Hi everyone. I've recently joined indieVelo and started using this platform, having cancelled my subscription to Zwift early this month prior to the price increase. One of the big reasons for me joining indieVelo was the fact that I can create my own events. But I'm going to play this this recording, so you can see what it looks like in game. What I have found is that the group dynamics and the speed that you ride at, it all just seems more realistic to me than Zwift. So that's a big plus for me. Also, one of the big things that I found maybe difficult initially to get used to, and I've only been riding for about 2 weeks on this now, is the number of bots that are in the game. You've got pace bots, which is very similar to Zwift, and you can move between pace bots using in the indieVelo they call it take a break feature, similar to teleporting in Zwift. And the pace bots themselves are very similar in how they act in Zwift. They have a certain watt range that they output, and obviously that affects the speed that they ride at. So you can see I'm riding with Roxy Ruby here, and there are I think 5 or 6 pace bots in indieVelo. Daisy Diamond is the strongest one, or the fastest one if you like. But beyond that, there are also something called race bots, and when an event is created, particularly a race, but any event, you can set the number of riders in the pen. Let's say 30 or 50 or whatever it is that you want to have in the pen, and if not enough humans sign up, the race or the event will be filled up with race bots. Now these race bots have been created to act just like humans. They are of a particular phenotype, whether they are climbers or sprinters or endurance riders, and they will act as such. And because of that, they actually end up giving you a great race or a great group ride, or a great group workout in fact. So I found that initially like a little bit strange or difficult to get used to, getting my head around it, but now that I've ridden on the platform for a few weeks, I'm actually enjoying it, to be honest with you. There isn't obviously the banter that you would expect in Zwift, which sometimes isn't a bad thing in my experience. I like to ride with my headphones or my AirPods in and listening to music, so it's a good thing. Some of the other features that you will then see listed are the fact that you can use virtual shifting. You don't need any special hardware for it. Your minus and plus keys on your keyboard will change your gearing. You can see the icon on my screen, top right hand corner, just to the left of the mini map, and yeah, so you can then see currently I'm in gear +1. The lowest gear or the easiest gear you can go to is -6, but you have the ability in your setup as well to change the number of gears that you have available, things like that. So I haven't really played around with that. Another thing that was appealing to me is the fact that I can create my team, but creating my own custom kit. So you can see I'm riding in the custom kit that I've created for my team Rapid Racing, and yeah, that's a nice feature. Not very difficult to set up. There are instructions on the indieVelo.com website. There's a wiki page that has basically instructions for gameplay, setup, installation, everything. So head over to that and just check that out and see how that works as well. Creating the own events is brilliant. One of the big features in there that I love is that I can ask indieVelo to email me the results of a race that I've set up straight after the race. it will arrive as an Excel file or CSV file, and I'm then able to import it into a database if I'm running a cycling league or something along those lines. Um, Built-in dual recording is available, so as long as you have a power meter installed, you can pair that in-game and then use dual recording as well, which is nice. There is a monthly challenge leaderboard that you can view who are the leaders in terms of having ridden the most kilometers on the platform. And I think every month they also have a leaderboard for a particular route, who has done that route the fastest, for instance. You can import your workouts. So if you've created custom workouts in intervals.icu or Training Peaks or Zwift, you're able to import those into the game and obviously then do those workouts when you want to. So I have a specific event warm-up routine that I do, and it's a workout. So I managed to import that very simply, very easily. There are instructions on doing that in game, and yeah, successfully went through the workout as well. Point 13, 14 and 15 on my list there. You need to be an indieVelo founder member, which means that you are basically paying a subscription of $12.99 a month for you supporting the development of the platform, really. But if you don't need that functionality, then you are free. You can use the application for free, basically, which is another massive plus, especially now with the price increase. I guess for a lot of people that will be appealing. Custom event branding as well. So particularly if you have sponsors that sponsor your events that you create on the platform, then you can include their logos in the branding, in the event branding, and those will then appear on the banners across the road, like the finish banner and I think there are lap banners, so that is worthwhile as well. What's quite interesting to note is that wind in the game, the wind speed and the wind direction, as well as cornering, affects your basically your speed of your avatar, as well as the group speed. So you can see in the mini-map at the moment the wind is coming from our right, so it's not really affecting us, and it's not very strong either. But I have noticed when there is a headwind, the speed does tend to drop. Cornering seems to happen when there is a T-junction, that the speed is actually affected. You can actually feel it in your trainer resistance as well, that the resistance really ramps up as you come to a T-junction. If you are traveling fast, there is the ability to brake in game. I think that's the S key, and supposedly that should be used when cornering as well. Not really up to speed with that, how that works yet, or haven't gotten the hang of it just yet. There is a take a break function which allows you to basically take a break, and there's no limit on the amount of time that you can take a break for, which is an awesome thing actually. So yeah, you simply move your mouse to the bottom of the screen and you will get the various options available to you. I'm going to move to one of the other videos that I have loaded here and show you that quickly, so you can see what it looks like when you actually move your mouse to the bottom of the screen. I think it should be coming up shortly on this particular video, where I think I change pace spots around about here somewhere, and yeah, so there's a lot of functionality in game that is very similar to Zwift. So there you can see I want to join another rider, and you can see these are all pay spots that I'm seeing currently. Um, but I imagine that you would also see any friends that you have in game, that you've selected as a friend. If they are currently riding, then you would see them as well, and you'd be able to join them. Some of the not so good things, there's no app to use for indieVelo, so you can't join events on an app or via an app. There is a separate site, indievelohub.com, where you see upcoming events and you are able to join from there. And you can obviously use your internet browser on your phone to do that. The platform is not available on Apple TV. However, indieVelo recommends, or they say that you can stream via AirPlay from your device, um, yeah, via AirPlay, or I'm not quite sure what the Android equivalent of that is, onto Apple TV and then use that. Currently, there aren't many real riders in world. You'll see lots of riders, but these are basically bots. They're either bots or race bots. Race bots apparently ride in-game also when they're not racing, free riding. Um, and pace bots are also affected, their ranking is also affected based on their results in events. I read that in the wiki, which is quite interesting. So, yeah, there's only one world in indieVelo. It's an island, very much like Watopia is in Zwift. Um, so all the routes are in that in this particular world. There is quite a number of routes. I haven't actually counted them, but I would estimate probably about 20 or so. So that's quite a variety, and there's climbing available, sprinting, and yeah, quite a variety. So I'm thoroughly enjoying the platform, and I'm looking forward to creating more events. I've created group rides on the weekends, endurance rides, that I will continue with, and then looking at creating maybe some races in the week, moving forward. All right, well, I hope that's provided you with some insight and you can make up your mind if you want to try it out. Cheers.